What's up, everybody? It's Brandon from 3H Survival, and today I'm going over a subject I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and that is what I carry for my everyday carry bag. So what I take with me every single day when I'm out and about in the world and coming to the tattoo studio, the things that I keep on me 24/7. Now, first off, we're going to go over the bag that I use. Now, this bag is from SOE, Special Operations Equipment. John Special made this one for me, which is awesome. I've had plenty of backpacks throughout my life, be it 511, I've had Dixon, you name it, I've had it. And this is the first time I've actually had a custom-made backpack made specifically for me with the colors for the brand 3H Survival, and I love it. So I'm going to go over all of the things that I put in this and also the special things that we did to create this backpack perfect for my everyday carry situation. So before we get into all the contents of this bag, I want to touch base on a couple different things. So if you're building a backpack, you want to kind of focus on what you want it to be. If that is a bug out bag, an everyday carry bag, a shit hits the fan bag, you want to kind of have that idea down. And I have specific backpacks set up for these things. So I will make other videos specifically on those as well. But this one is my everyday carry bag and all of the things I have in it. So once you have that kind of idea, then you could start specializing what you want to put in your bag for those everyday situations. Obviously, I'm not going to keep a tent, shelter, anything like that in this bag because that's not the sole purpose of it. So this is my EDC or get home bag. So I'm at the tattoo studio, something happens, there's a natural disaster. I'm able to take the contents of this bag and no matter what happens, be able to get in my truck and go home. If my truck's not working, I do have specific things in here to be able to help me get to that final destination. So first off, let's take a look at on the outside of the bag. So I do have a watch here. As you could see, it's attached to the side of this bag. This is just in case that my cell phone dies, I still get an idea of the time. I could also set timers, things like that, to be able to understand. Now, when I was in North Carolina, one of the biggest things that I've kind of been able to see was, when the cell phone towers were down, being able to regulate time and understand, okay, how long have I been here? A regular watch was really important. So that's one thing I changed this year that I keep on my backpack at all times. Just in case I needed it, I could take this off my bag, put it on my wrist, and get ready to go. So we're going to start out with the biggest pocket of this bag. So there's the main compartment, there's a smaller compartment, and a big front compartment right here that goes the whole way down. So a ton of stuff could fit in here, and you might not want to fill it up completely. I leave some room in here that I'm able to grab some more things if needed. Right now I'm at the tattoo studio, that's where I spend a lot of my time. So if I needed to, there's water here, I could throw my backpack, things like that. So I don't necessarily keep water in here because I always have the ability to get it. Now, if you were driving hours to your job or away, definitely want to keep some water, some spare food in there, some granola bars, something like that. But for this situation, it's not something I'm really thinking about because I have that readily available wherever I am. So now we'll get into the main compartment. So in here I have the things that I realistically need every day. I have my iPad, which I take with me everywhere to draw up for tattoos, things like that. And my computer, the brains of everything that I do for editing, all of my stuff with Tattooing 101. So keep this with me all of the time. So in this compartment, I have different packs in here already made up for specific things. So I'll take these out for you and we'll go over them. So the inside of this bag, you could see that it is Velcro. So all these attach to it very nicely. They're not going to jump around, move around in here. On the very bottom, I have 2 mags that I won't keep in here for a long period of time. I just threw them in there. Then I have a knife. So that is it for this main section right here. So this will change throughout time. This is something that I put together fairly quickly with the stuff I had in my other bag when I transferred everything over. So here I have quick medical. I have my tourniquet that I keep on me 24/7. I have a staple gun, which definitely can help you out in a pinch. I have some Right in the Rain medevac request forms, so if I have to jot down any information, I have these to be able to write them down in case EMS needs to show up. There's a little backstory. I have some pressure wrap in here. This is a secondary medical thing that I'll kind of just throw things in there when I need to. I have another med kit in here ready to rock and roll. I do have the cold steel, what is this? I forget what knife this is, but it's a pretty long, very hefty knife. It's very, very sharp. I use this for making small pieces of wood, things like that. And it works really well. I like this knife a lot. It is a little bit too big to carry on me, so I just keep it in the backpack. In my red one, I have all my fire starting stuff. So I have a little emergency blanket. Right in the Rain. If it's really cold, got some hand warmers and some matches. Super beneficial to have fire starter on you. Now I also keep a lighter on me 24/7, so I don't have to have a ton of extra stuff in this backpack. I try to keep it as simple as possible because this is something I'm carrying around all the time. Yes, some people out there are gonna say, oh, I'll just keep a lighter in there, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. If that works for you, do that. I keep these things on my person all of the time. You know, I keep a knife on me, a tourniquet, lighter, all of these things to where I don't need to realistically double up on things that I don't need. And I'm pretty sufficient at making a fire if need be. So anytime you're going through backpacks, remember that the knowledge that you have of the terrain you're living, of basic survival skills, the less you'll need to put in here because you already know these things going forward. If you could start a fire effectively with matches, yes, a lighter might be easier for you, but I already have one. I don't need to have 2 lighters on me at all times. And these are stormproof matches. If your lighter gets wet, it's going to be a lot harder to work, and sometimes you have to dry them out. How do you dry them out? A fire. So I know these will work no matter what. Lighters can get finicky, so that's why I use these. Next we have the green one. This is where I put my GoPro, any chargers that I need for the day-to-day. Nothing super important, just things that I realistically need to use. So I have that in the bright green one. I can just grab it when I need to. So that is the contents of the main pocket. Now we'll get into the secondary pocket. So right here, I have an SOE rig right here with, what is this? This is a medical pouch. So I'll open this up first. And I put this in here. This is from Homestead Medical. This is your daily carry med pouch. This is super effective. I could just put it around my neck, carry it along with me if I need to. This has a ton of different stuff that you might need during a medical situation. So, have some gauze, some emergency trauma dressing. Have right here an airway. Some compression gauze. And on the front here, you have some chest seals and a Sharpie and a pencil. So the reason I have a Sharpie is in case I have to use my tourniquet, I could write down the time that I needed to use it. So I keep this in here so I could just grab it out, give it to someone if they need it. But also, if I am in a situation to where I need to use this rig right here, I have the ability to take this med pack with me wherever I go. So I keep this in here. It has 4 mags that, yes, are definitely full. I also have a Gerber knife on here. This knife is probably one of my favorites. It has withstanded a lot, and it's just super robust. I could pretty much just cut logs with it, and it works really well for me. So really big fan of this knife, so I do keep it on here. And this works really well. I usually have a tourniquet down here too, so I'll end up putting a tourniquet down here as well in this little loop, and probably some of those breakdown handcuffs. They're actually in my truck. I didn't put them on here just yet because I have a ton of different stuff laying around, but that is one addition that I will make today. I will add those 2 things to the bottom of this. So right here, we'll open this up. So this one is kind of just set up for anything that I need to throw in. I don't really have a plan for this one. This is some extra attachments for my GoPros, some mic stuff, just anything that I might need, I could just throw in this one and have it. And also I like this because if I'm kind of in need of grabbing this stuff, I could just throw it on the front right here. It's not going to fall off, it's not going to go anywhere, and I have the ability to grab this really quickly on hand. So I keep this there, that I can keep it outside of my bag so I could grab things. We have another tear off. You can see in here, it is more Velcro. So this Velcro back is on the main compartment and the secondary. So I have all of my stuff in these, so that makes it really neat. So this is my tool one. You can see it's the night camo that matches the actual backpack. In here, I have a multi-tool, which I use all of the time for a ton of different stuff. This is a Gerber. It was given to me by Phil. You've seen him on the channel before. So this is one that I have not lost, because usually I don't lose things that are given to me. It's when I buy them I end up losing them. Super beneficial to have some sort of light source. You know, you are able to make this into a lantern if you wrap it around 1 gallon jug of water or a little water bottle. It will reflect the light and make a lantern. So I like these a lot. I can make it into a lantern, hold it on my head, even attach it to my backpack to be able to have some light when all other lights go out. Then right here, this is another new addition. The new Smith & Wesson I got came with a nice little cleaning kit. So I keep this in here because if I'm out and about, I have some extra time between appointments, I'm able to clean my stuff that I have with me every single day. So I haven't used it yet, but I will be very soon. But I do keep this in here as well. And there's just some other extra stuff that, you know, I might need for, realistically, other things that now I have some extra stuff with me. So before I go on, I want to know, what do you keep on you for your everyday bag? Or if you don't have an everyday bag, are you planning on doing that very soon? With the way the world is, we never really know what's behind the door of tomorrow. Is it something you're wanting to get into? And if so, what would you put in your bag? So now we'll keep going through the bag. Also, if anyone was wondering what I do carry as a tourniquet, this is it. This is a really nice tourniquet to be able to carry on your person at all times. It is, what is this called? The Snake Safe Systems tourniquet right here. So it works really nice. It's in an easy to carry size, and also if the lights go out there, this does light up, which is pretty nice that you could see it and be able to effectively be able to find someone in a dark situation because of this. Now obviously if you're not wanting to be found, just cover that up and you'll be fine. The last thing I have in this compartment is something that could possibly save your life, and that is going to be a Baofeng radio. Now in North Carolina, these were a huge deal. Having these with you was a game changer. So I do carry one on me that is charged at all times. So if I need it, I have it. Because in some situations, you might not always have a cell phone. So that is it for the main compartments in this bag. Now we'll go through the top one. I honestly don't know exactly what's in this one yet. So, got some gummies. You know, snacks are important along with water. So, do have some gummies in there. I'm definitely going to get myself a little snack right now. Those are some damn good gummies right there. So the other stuff I have in here, something I always forget, and I just threw it. Some ballistic rated eye protection. You don't want to go have a round blow up in your face and lose an eye. So I keep these in my backpack all the times. Obviously, I go shooting a lot, and I take this bag with me everywhere. So eye protection is another one on that list. Some cordage. This also has reflective material in it, so I'd be able to see it with a flashlight at night, be able to make a shelter. So much different stuff you could use with this. So it's something I keep with me at all times too. And this is the last thing. This is a mag pull. And the reason I have this is if I'm out and about. Now this backpack is pretty well at being water resistant. But if I'm in a downpour, walking in the rain, I don't want any of my electronics to get wet. So I could put my cell phone in here, my GoPro, all of the things. I could even throw my radio in here without the antenna and be able to keep it out of the rain and able to work another day. So I'm going to go through here again. So these are all the contents that I have in this bag 24/7. Can you add more? Absolutely. Are there situations where I would need to change this? Yes. But for point A to point B, going through daily life, you don't want to carry a ton of extra stuff with you. Now, even this, with the extra mags, yes, it is quite a bit of extra weight. But I do this because, you know, not only do I like to protect myself, I go shooting quite a bit. So this is something that I might come up with a situation, someone wants to go shooting, I go film a video. I always have these 4 mags on me that I'm able to be able to do that. This isn't something that you would need for every day or anything like that for a regular person out there just going to work. Put one mag in there, put a little mag carrier like this in there, have 2 mags, and you're good to go. You just forget about it, doesn't have a ton of extra weight. But this med kit is one of those things that you definitely want to have on hand. And the next question everyone's going to ask is, why do you have AR magazines? Where's the AR? And here she is. This is the one that I carry with me in my truck in day-to-day life. Yes, I bring it into the studio every single day, so I have it with me. So this is what I have to be able to actively fire these rounds if need be. The reason I carry this one is not only is it my newest one that I have built, but I have the 1x8 on here, so I could use it by just keeping my eyes open, bringing it up, keeping both eyes open. I could use it just like as a red dot. I could turn on the light on it and just bring it up and shoot it, but it also has some magnification. If I have to look pretty far away or try to identify something far away in a disastrous situation, I have the ability to do that. With a regular red dot, I'm getting older. Obviously, I have glasses. It's hard for me to see really far away. So that's why I carry this one. It's just a well-rounded AR that I have grown to love, and it works well for me. So that is what I carry with me. Now let's get on to the actual bag and what he's done to make this custom for me. So we picked out the camo. I went in and I said I wanted something purple to match the 3H Survival colors. And it looks really, really good with the, you know, night camo on here, or the night multi-cam. And you can see the SOE logos in purple. Now, why do I want the bright orange on the inside? Was that planned? And that is yes. So if I am in a survival situation and I want to be found, all I would have to do is lay this flap open like this, and I have a huge orange reflective section on my backpack. So I had him line the whole thing with this orange, that if I wanted to be seen, I could use this to help out with being able to be found. Now obviously with the Velcro, it does cover up some of that, but I could just leave this flap open, walk around, even have it on my chest so I could be easily identified out and about, so I don't put myself in a situation to where I don't get found, because obviously I'm using camo to try to get found. But this was all planned and it came out beautifully. So if you're looking to get yourself a backpack that's going to hold up forever, I'm going to be able to give this to my 1-year-old son when he's older, because that's how long their stuff lasts. Definitely check out Special Operations Equipment. John is a super cool guy. He has been overly helpful to me in this channel, so highly recommend them. Also, if you're looking for any medical supplies, Chuck from Homestead Medical is the guy to go to. He is just a super humble guy. He has taught me and my daughter tons of stuff on medical. He's a great teacher, and I highly recommend that you get anything medical related through him. Yes, you could go to Walmart and get all of these things, but you know, as a whole, I like to be able to buy things from people that not only I know personally, but a big thing in life is being able to help the people around you. And if you call yourselves friends with someone and you're not getting stuff specifically from them instead of going to Walmart, that's not really being a very supportive person. So that is what I do, and it has worked tremendous for me so far in life. I hope you guys were able to enjoy this video and kind of understand exactly what some random YouTuber online carries every day, and what possibly you could carry or change a few things around in order to specify what you want to do. Like I said, there's going to be a ton more videos on my bug out bag. Even though bug out bags have changed throughout my life, I don't have the ability to go survive in the woods for months on end nowadays. Even though I could, I have a family. That would not be beneficial. I do still have one packed that I took with me to North Carolina just in case we had to get out and about and kind of dump the truck. So I will do a video on that and the bag that I use, which is way bigger than this one. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Stop bitching and complaining and start prepping and training. And I will see you in the next one.